In my area of greater Cincinnati and in many others, it wasn't that long ago when you could buy a really nice 3 bedroom, 1 bath ranch on half an acre for less than $150,000. When I first started in real estate, you could pay $100,000 for a property like that. And I've been in real estate 16 and a half years. So during the course of that time, I've seen a lot of things happen. I've seen what led up to our current inventory shortage. I've watched it all happen. First of all, I noticed pre-COVID, probably, from 2017, 2018 on, I noticed my first-time buyers gradually getting priced out of the market to where they couldn't afford anything. I had many of them drop off if we didn't find something quickly for them. They faced competition from cash buyers. They faced competition from people who were downsizing, who didn't care how much they had to pay for that house. We found competition from people coming from outside states because Cincinnati was so affordable, and just bidding up because Cincinnati looked dirt cheap to them. So I've seen this happening over time, and what it's turned into has gotten interesting, but in kind of a scary way. So as I've seen these people get priced out, they've had to start living with family and friends. They've had to start doing some things to find housing that other people haven't had to do in the past. A lot of multi-gen situations have developed due to this, where mom and dad need some extra help and the kids can't find a house, so they combine households and move in together. So there's been a lot of creative stuff going on here. But we've got a real problem. Homelessness was a problem in the United States prior to that time period. And now what I'm seeing in my own area is quite disturbing. We're seeing a lot of cars sitting in parking lots around restaurants and stores where people are living out of their cars, and it's getting pretty obvious. They'll go to the local gym and pay the fee in order to take a shower every day, and they're eating at work. So when areas change like this, you have a lot of people who get displaced. You get a lot of change in a very, very short amount of time, and we end up with people who don't have a place to go. If you're in that situation, there are resources for you to help you find housing, and we're finally getting to the point, I think, where local governments are waking up and realizing that this is a problem that people have to deal with. So we're seeing a lot more multifamily dwellings. We're seeing a lot more large buildings for apartments and condos going up, and that's what we need to see more. We need to keep that going so that we can make sure that society functions the way that it should and that people have a place to go. A lot of people coming up with creative ideas, but if homelessness is a problem for you, we definitely need to get you hooked into some resources that will help you out. I by no means hold the answers to homelessness. I think if we can do a lot, we can buy houses still if we do a lot to improve income. Those are nice conversations that you can have with a loan officer to strategize and see where you need to get. My husband and I, when we first started out, could only afford a $40,000 house, but even in the 1990s, that didn't cut it. There were things we had to do as a couple to make sure that we built ourselves up to being able to buy a house. We definitely had to improve on income. We really didn't have a whole lot of credit built up. So we had to get the advice of someone and strategically build ourselves up to the point where we could afford a house. Luckily for us at the time, rent was cheap, but that's not the case anymore. So my suggestion to anyone who's been priced out or who's struggling is to definitely talk to a loan officer, and also talk to your local county and see what resources are available for you in the meantime until you can build up that credit and build up that income and finally afford that house. If you have questions about this topic or any other, please feel free to call me at 513-236-1254. You can private message me as well. Anything that you talk to me about regarding this topic does remain confidential. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.